is going on, everybody, man? The 92nd installment, the 92nd volume of the best-selling manga in history has finally been released in North America. And dude, just look at this, man. I'm so happy that I finally have this volume cover in my possession. And mainly for the monster himself, dog, the dragon, Hyakujo no Kaido, man. Now, when somebody comes into the house and they see this, they're like, yo, what is that blue dragon? Is he related to Yu-Gi-Oh? And I'm like, nah, son. This guy right here solos the Blue Eyes Ultimate. He solos the Blue Eyes Shining. He even solos the Winged Dragon of Ra. They want nothing of dragon form Hyakujo no Brock Lesnar. They want nothing. Look at him, dude. The legend with the people's mustache. Kaido greatness. I'm so happy to finally have a volume cover that has not only Kaido, but also has Komurasaki and Toko. And Komurasaki's teal hair color looks fantastic, as well as Kaido. I mean, I already knew that I loved their how the color looked. Whenever I saw it in the opening, Komurasaki looks magnificent in the anime, based on what I saw in the opening, and then of course in the sequences where you got the and then Kaido in the opening sequence looks fantastic. I mean, just the way that he's floating around. I can't wait for that episode in the anime. And then, of course, you have Luffy and Kid right under them doing their classic arguing with each other. And, you even see the veins on Luffy's arms, man. Like, yo, my guy's out here, you know what I'm saying? Making games. But then, of course, on the bottom, now this is my favorite part about this, right? So, you have the reaction faces from chapter 124. Now, y'all know that in my videos, I have volume 91 sitting up here because I love that volume cover. It has all the straw hats in their wano outfits, and it just I feel like it fits. I feel like it fits where we currently are in the series, so I like to have that volume cover up there in order to just have that that mood already set, you know. So the next volume 2, volume 92, is volume 90. Now, why do I say this? Because on the spine of this volume is the hard reaction faces. So whenever I'm looking down at my shelf now, I'm going to see the reaction faces reacting to volume 90. And that's perfect. It's a perfect fit because that's exactly how all of us felt while we're reading. We're like, what in the flying... Whoa, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Until the referee arc. So I feel like it just fits. It's perfect. But I'm super, super stoked to have Kaido and Komurasaki in a volume cover, man. Oh, the very first page. Look at that, man. Do y'all remember that Weekly Shonen Jump cover? This was my phone lock screen whenever these chapters were going on. After I believe, what chapter was it that had this as the Shonen Jump cover? I think it was 922, 921. It was one of those. But I loved it so much that I made it my phone wallpaper. I mean, it's just nasty. It's Luffy and Zoro both holding swords and Kaido in the background. Come on, coach. And then we have Oda's as his comment, 48 browns and 100 grays. This is a figurative saying that indicates there are a multitude of shades of brown and gray in Japan. In the old days, the common people were instructed not to wear flashy colors, and so they developed a wealth of plain colors to use instead. I bet they wished they could have worn all kinds of rainbow hues, though. Well, the Wano arc is going to be wild and flashy. Can't wait to see this animated too. Let volume 92 beginneth! And what's interesting about that is that we see just how that truly is represented in the anime. Because in the manga, I mean, in the volume covers, we were able to see just how wild the colors are. But it didn't truly hit until I saw it in the anime. When I saw it in the anime, I was like, yo, Wano's a very, very colorful arc. And I really enjoy it. I love how everything feels, the mood that is immediately set. Whenever you're watching the anime, I've enjoyed the color choices for a lot of, like, even for simple stuff like the buildings, the ground, the backgrounds, just the entire environment, and then of course it comes to the coloring of the characters and their hairstyles, their clothes. It's a really colorful arc. Of course, you have all the characters. I love how they have Orochi right down here as a question mark. In the thing. So this volume covers from chapter 922, which is, dude, I'll never forget when that chapter first came out, man. That was a Santa Hat level chapter, and I read that chapter like 2 a.m. That was one of the rare chapters that I read at nighttime. Like, I almost never read chapters on a chapter night. Like, y'all know whenever a chapter like drops usually at night, I read it the following day most of the time. But not that night. Not that night, son. I stayed, I think, was it because, I don't remember why it is that I stayed up, but I know I stayed up that week. And I do not regret it, because that junk was so goat. But you have, I just remember reading that chapter at night and waking up everybody. I couldn't help it, dog. It was amazing. So we have from 922 to 931. 931, of course, having the legendary Soba Mask and freaking Stealth Black greatness. So yeah, man, a lot of this stuff is about to be covered in the anime soon. The volume title is introducing Komurasaki the Oiran. Let me just go through and see some of these panels in the flesh. Y'all already know, son. I can't wait to turn to 925. Y'all know me, dog. When I finally get to see that I have chapter 925 in my possession, man. And the Kaido trolling, drunk Kaido. The blast breath. And then here we have the legendary elephant. Dude, this is such a gorgeous spread, bro. With the elephant gun. Emperor of the Sea Kaido versus Luffy, bro. Goat, bro. Look at them, bro. Look at the king, bro. I love that panel. That's one of my favorite panels of the arc. And there's been a lot of amazing panels in this arc, but the elephant Gatling, dog. Chapter 923, man. It's just that Luffy didn't have the side protection, bro. You know, that's what it was. And here I finally have it in volume form. You know how there's like 40 different translations for this, man. Thunder Bagua. Thunder Bagua, son. So we finally have that in our possession. And Luffy was using the hawk even after being knocked out. The Ha faces Wano Act 1 end, man. The kid and Luffy greatness. Now here we go. 925, bro. I've reread this chapter so many times that now that I actually have it in physical form, I think this is going to be one of those volumes that I take with me whenever I go out and about, because I reread this chapter a lot on the Viz app. Just, bro, it's a chapter with Mihawk and Blackbeard. Like, oh, what more do I need, son? Mihawk, bro. Moria. Nah, right here. This is the spread of legend. This is the spread, bro. This is the reason why this volume was bought. Look at him in the flesh, Marshall D. Bro, I'm stressing hard, man. Captains of the Revolutionary busted in the Sacred Mine to rescue Kyun when they clashed with the Navy Admirals Ryokyugu and Fujitora in the process, man. My boy. And then Wano Act 2, of course, begins, having a king and queen on here as well. Going through, the message being passed on to everyone, man. Greatness. Let me see Komurasaki real fast. Caribou. This man, Caribou. Komurasaki's story right here in the flesh. The GOAT. Komurasaki. Oof. I remember when this panel first came out, I really, really loved this. If I never like using panels from the chapter itself because I don't want to spoil anybody who reads the chapters on Sundays. Well, I think back then it was still Mondays. But for people who read the chapters whenever Viz releases them, I never like putting thumbnails like that for that reason. But if I did that week, I would have definitely had this one. I love this page. This is one of those classic Japanese poses that Oda just did so well, especially with the introduction of Komurasaki, that I was like, you know what? If I was able to do it that week, I would have done it. And it would have definitely would have been my thumbnail. I love this color page. We finally have that as well. Yo, this portion of the arc was so good, man. I'm looking forward to owning the next volume because that has the latter half of the Orochi stuff. Right here we have the Orochi CP0 meeting. Yeah, that whole stuff with Komurasaki. Bro, page 1! The legend. We have an Ebisu town with Yasui and Zoro. Bro, when Big Mom shows up, dog. Look at King, dude! Yes! King greatness. Yo, my man was so legendary that he came up in there and said, yo, so much fuss over one measly ship. He goes up and just, fuck off! And the ship went flying into the back. Amazing stuff. And then, bro, this is one of those like mark out panels, man. And this is where it's gonna end, of course, with chapter 931. So, yo, this is the volume that has the Nami age one? Dude, I remember marking out, I was like, man, dog, Nami aged well. Looking amazing. Nami greatness, but yo, Sanji's transformation. Bro, look at my boy! Stealth Blacku. Greatness. This is page 1. And we have Robin. We have the Oniwabanshu, of course. And then right there with Big Mom washing up, man. Greatness. I can't wait for the next volume. And it's going to come on April 2020. So that's a long ways from now. And I really like the volume cover for volume 93. It has a really nice volume. It has a nice coloring. It's like yellowish. But I'm looking forward to that volume because of the Komurasaki Kyoshiro content there. Komurasaki Kyoshiro, Queen's introduction, seeing Zoro going up against Killer, and all that stuff that goes down in that volume. And towards the end, you have the Yasui stuff. I mean, it's going to be a fantastic volume, and I'm looking forward to really owning that. Especially if I think it goes from, this one from 922 to 931. That's when it should go from 932 to 941. And that's going to be an incredible batch of chapters right there just to read back to back to back to back in that way. So I'm looking forward to going through this slowly but surely and just analyzing it, finally having this volume physically. Because it's a volume of legend, man. It truly is. And it covers some really awesome content from the end of Act 1 with that amazing Luffy and Kaido content. And then, of course, the beginning of Act 2. So happy to have this. If you do not have it, or if you are thinking about getting it, I would highly recommend buying it, man. Just being able to open up the book like this and just looking at these amazing double page spreads and seeing these wonderful pages. I mean, yo, bro, this by itself is worthy of the buy, bro. It's Luffy and Kaido. Bro, listen to the title. Listen to the title. Emperor of the Sea Kaido versus the King, dude. Greatness. Absolute awesome sauce. But, man, dude, yo, bro, do y'all remember this? My man Kaido said, and you are? Luffy said, dog, I'm the man who's gonna be king. Goat. I can't wait till this stuff gets animated. It's going to get animated very, very soon. The end of Volume 91 is going to be incoming in the next few weeks. And then by the time we reach December, we're reaching this content right here. And I'm super stoked for that, man. Absolute greatness. But yeah, definitely go out and pick up this volume if you get the chance. As you can see, there's a lot of greatness in it from the Wano arc. And I'm looking forward to when our Volume 93 releases so that we can have that in our possession as well. But aside from that, man, I just wanted to share in the hype of the fact that Volume 92 has finally been released over here. And I'm super stoked to look through this again. And I think I'm even more stoked to see how it's going to be done in the anime. Because the anime has handled and nailed so many of my favorite scenes from this arc that I can't even begin to imagine how they're going to handle the end of Act 1, man. Like, yo, they're going to go in for those episodes, dude. I can already feel it in my soul. So I will see y'all next time, man. Have an awesome day. Take care. One Piece greatness. Support the best-selling manga in history so that we can pwn. And actually, I have a bunch of Batman comics. So I guess I supported Batman too, man. Don't think I don't support Batman. I also have a bunch of Superman comics, so I support them too. But this is my goat. So let me see. I'm gonna pull out one of my Batman comics. So I have them over here. Let me see, Coach. Okay, so. Just a quick example right here, right? So we take Black Mirror comic, and we take Volume 92, support the greatness so that one day we can say that this will be over this, which is very, very close. I will see y'all next time, man. Have an awesome day. One Piece, awesome sauce. And no, there's no chapter next week, so I'll see you or there's no chapter this week, so I'll see you for the episode that'll be incoming on Saturday, man. Can't wait. Y'all have an awesome one. Buy this volume, bro.